once on a popular, have a name, and black. See? On another space on the earth. Yeah. You know what I mean? Notice all of the black powerful movie stars. You know what I mean? All of them. They're not there again, man. They're not there again. About a video my sister sent to me. I don't want to show up on the live. I want to wait for the next live to show it. You know what I mean? Kina, check in. Yeah, man. Check in, man. Cassie Wago and Michael. I'm not check in my color reason. We just start. We're not going too far. See? But people, I remember what they are telling us. With the amount of radiation in Jamaica, it going to cause most of the molecules in the air. The air molecule, water molecule, basically disappear. Or to be occupied by this trouble of radiation. You want to feel a joke? Yeah. Watch a style. Kingston on the verge of climate change, of climate department. You see that? Says Johnson Smith. Look at that. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade. Look at that. Kamina Johnson Smith. Look at that. He's warning that the city of Kingston is on its verge of climate departure. Now it states clearly that it either get too hot or it will get too cold. Now ask yourself, why Kingston? Yo, come on, nah, man. Yo, some of my brothers say Kentucky, you know, easy, you know. Dog, and where? Man say, brother, where you find him and sit here before them happen? Who tell them and sit here? Which, where you go read and where you go study them and sit there? I'm like, dude, what the fuck you mean go study? Now, if all you can see in Jamaica is a bunch of towers are put up, everything is going digital. I'm say everything. I tell you, say, it is not because Father God shine light per man and give man powers and then can do things out of the norm and it won't affect people. Dude, you're mad. These are one topic. Now, if any honest leader of any given country love the citizen of the country, they would have share both of the sides of whatever you're introducing to the country to the people. The hazardous part and the good part. You hear the people, you hear the commercial pan radio and the explanation as to or the reason for the new money. You see them there, me and we pack up the truck and me here and I want to go bed across the road and I want to shop up here. One new radio station at Ellis Kelly Depend. And me had advertisement come on. And I tell us the 1,000 note and the 2,000 note and the reason this is gonna. I'm like, dude, what is it that the same money with the same value are gonna different from the first money that you're introducing? Now, if you don't listen to this fucking madness, very much I will tell the people and say, as to the reason for a new money, it'll drop them dead. You're like, yo, Jamaica really full of beer, fucking cruff and vagabond and fools, you know? Like, if you can't make a man who is 10 million times dunce than the people in our country, lead a country, and turn in an idiot, that's ridiculous, you know, man? How can you have the same note with only different colors? And you try to find an explanation for why you are bringing in new money. And the people sit down like country like. Let me hear this. They say to themselves, how the fuck did they even find? How them find? Yo, how they find an excuse? Oh, Princess, serious. How they find an excuse to tell the people them the same money with the same value, almost the same color, but yet a different reason as to why. People might have funny, but it's not. These people are bringing down a thing, man. Alright, watch this. Time will come when them can't control the season. I doubt if they would have even a season. And it's not even, no, it's like 2 minutes behind the door. We don't have no season right now in Jamaica. None, no season. See, and it will get worse. Because again, watch this. The city of Kingston itself, to reach climate departure this year, watch it. If this occurs, Kingston will be, watch it, the second city in the entire world to experience this one. You see that? Dangerous phenomenon, right? You see that? Temperature that we can, you see? Look on the bottom line, people. Consider extreme to become what? The norm. The norm. Them I tell us, these are extreme temperatures that will become the norm. Ask yourself why, no, man. I want them bumbucklad people in Jamaica. I figure out what them people are doing. And these are the same phrases that they use through the same fake pandemic. The same fake fuckery, digitalization. And now, this. The norm. Now, this are going to be the norm. Because once you're not going to remove these towers, and once you're going to have all of these radiation circulating, eating up all of the molecules in the air, this will be the norm. Now, yeah, I'm getting bumbuckler for art. Again, climate departure refers to a point in a time when the average temperature of the coolest time of the year after 205, look at that, will be warm. Look at that. Now, why specific location? What location? Looking at the first specific. Why? Remember, Kingston have all of the BPOs, all of the mega factories, the mega companies, the mega who's basically swimming, having a blast in this radiation, will be the hottest. Remember again, Kingston lies behind the mountainous areas of Jamaica. Seeing half of alright, Kingston is not on the high horizon. Let me put it away. If you notice when hurricane hit Jamaica, Kingston get the less damage out of everywhere else. Because Kingston is behind the mountain, so when everything come in, it hits the peak, go over, come in the center of the island. Or hit places such as Manchester, you know what I mean, Portland and places who well have much of these high mountains. Now, the point of me I try to say, these radiation, after you see it go down in other place there, with the amount of heat where Kingston have already, plus these amount of radiation circulating from back and forth will triple. I remember people me telling a friend there and say, no, Craig, you can't even, remember them tell them say, they will get chip in them head, you know. 3/4, there's a chip involved, but the chip not in your head. Chip in your phone. See, mankind get program already out. Ask half of Jamaica's population. Half of Jamaica's population. If they can do without them phone for 5 minutes. Ask them what they do on the phone. Just ask them. Nothing. Mind people business, whiny dance up themselves. Chat shit at people ears. Scam people, chat all type of shit. Nothing. Black people right now lose every single ounce of their money through time. A man wake up in their bed for 7 o'clock and sit down on their phones until 11, 12 and just rise out. Ask him how much money he make in the last 4 hours and we sit down on the phone. Not him cent. So them realize, so we don't have a chip no blood clot. Them don't have a chip the monkey them. Just give them a chip in the phone. Now see, TikTok, if you want people know that you have to ease up off of the app for a minute, give yourself a time and then go back to it. Because it's a thing now where we lost you in a freedom world. Consciously. But then, I'm gonna understand how, and I'm telling you already, if I was part of the wicked team, I would be one of the richest men in the world. Because I understand how people move, program. I mean, I use it, no manipulative behavior. And that's why I use music. Because I come out and dance, I know how to play, what to play, who to play, why to play. Because I know people to the core of my hand now. The core. Just like these big people. So when you hear them matter about algorithm and study movements and study facial recognition, none of that. Them send them team from America. Half of these people used to come in as white doctors and nurses and people at the embassy. Most of these people are trained psychiatrists. You see me I say? Most people are trained counselors. People will be sitting and study other people. Three-quarters of the people you see them send come here as volunteer. They not come here for no. They not come here for no volunteer service. They come here to study the pattern and the behavioral patterns of the people. Now after them study all of that, then go back to America, or they go back to whichever country they come from, make what they make, and send it come here. Half of these Chinese used to come and sell in a shop on XYZ. Most of these Chinese are high lab technicians. High. Triple. Most of these Chinese used to come and disguise themselves as selling a wholesale. Are spies. Are people who come here to study half of Jamaica's population, are black people overall pattern to go back in China, go create the products, if you send go come back to if you make billions of it. Now, ask yourself, how the government of a black regional country can invite or give the privilege and the power to a Chinese country if you build the hospital, as a matter of fact, keep it for themselves because the hospital is now for the Chinese. How can the Chinese man know what is the good enough or what is the cause of all these illnesses if you come and try to counteract that or combat it? Them have to come here and study this first. Simple. Them have to come here and come study this first. You see me? Remember this, nothing in this world is for free. Nothing. When you hear a man who live in a $6 million US house, say he's in Jamaica as a volunteer service worker, obviously meaning not get no money. Ask yourself, how the rascal you maintain that house when you go back to America? He's filthy rich, he's on a mission. Again, people, may have 500 and 620 people open to this live. And look at it. Facebook now try to tell me say 30 people alone because they won't even send out the notification to one. It obviously means that what me I say is more greater than what Marcus, Bob Marley, everybody put together. Them have it like DJ Kentucky is one of the biggest threat in terms of granting an eye-opener to people. The greatest to all social media right now. Me don't mean to puff my chest, look on the screen. Remember, this is a new page me build. Remember when the Passa I go on and I go up on my live, me have 3,000 people sit down and watch. Because they never realize the conversation and the talk and this never united. See? Now them realize everything me say. Big up yourself, Rich Money, Rich Music. Everything me say. Is it so fucking accurate? Look what they have to do now. They have to try to hide the live as much as possible. They might hide it like, listen, we know this brother not supposed to go to the world with no other. None. Craig, Facebook didn't slow down your page. People will see your message if you want them to see it. Just go on do your thing. Don't let them discourage you. Them there for that. Again, Facebook is the reason why all of this is going on. You see me? Again, they're trying to create this metaverse where they want to get everybody into. See? So them apart. That's why they come out with fact check and try to tell them to be a lie and hide and and Terry and blah blah has to go for. Now I am telling people that stop engage in these Facebook posts and Rary and blah blah, posting that goes against Facebook at all time. Don't follow them and post a bag of lie and post your personal business as in terms of things happening in your house and blah blah. Stop entertaining these platforms. Because that's the whole idea. The whole idea is to give you the chip in your blood clot phone or the mobile devices them and take you out of this world completely, put in a for them. Again, people, the addiction to phone is ridiculous. It is extreme. When you see a man will try to fight you, when they talk about radiation, they say that, oh, dash with your phone then. He's basically telling you so you can't live without your phone. Because him can't live without it, he's saying the same thing about you. So if you ever tell a man, say, brother, I don't want a radiation, I don't want a technology in my thing right now. They're going to ask you, so what you do with a phone? As if they're saying you can't live without your phone. That is the aim. They make this whole thing so you can't live without it. Now, anything that is shown or given on this platform will be deemed as godlike behavior. Remember, the only truth nowadays is what Facebook or him friend them tell him. If you should go a next way or say a next thing or study things in a different way or a different pattern or say it, even with a line out of context, they will say it's misinformation. So the only good information is the one that they gave, which is a whole bunch of fuckery. Telling you that some escapee from a lab jump over to war, run into a crowd in China and start COVID-19. Pussy, you can only tell those stories to your done-said family. You can only tell those stories to a nigga who'd have no fucking sense at all. None. You see me? You can't tell that to brain box. People were smart like a king. And then realize that. So them I say, alright, fuck it. Very blah blah. Again, I told you in the beginning, none of these platforms were paid for by any of us. None of these apps were paid for. They were free of cost. I remember I asked you. Now you see why. You can only show what them want you to show or say what them want you to say. It is called a part of the programming. Nothing in this world, people, that you see dub with come with free. Nothing in this world. 20 big up yourself. Nothing in this world where you see come with free. Not good for mankind. Nothing. Jamaica the only place you see love freeness and it never work. Never. Again, remember, half of these Chinese and then people you see are forward at Jamaica, they are not a wholesaler. They are not a wholesaler. 3/4 of these people are scientists. Most of these people are physicists, all type of thing. Psychiatrists, all type of thing. You see them coming. 3/4 of them Chinese and white people, you see a volunteer coming like a church people. They're here to study the rhythms and the behavioral patterns of the people. Go back to them yard and create a bunch of nonsense. Not to even combat it, to sell. The black population has streamed to the top in terms of amount, in terms of numbers. Not just blacks, but colored overall. We're basically one of the biggest race in the world, if not the biggest right now. So imagine a Chinaman can conquer the market in terms of studying what we want. Are the needs away. China now ahead for the #1 gap in the world in terms of the richest country in the world. And guess who causes that? Us. We. Now imagine again, a Chinese man have been mentioned a blood clot China. And left come to Jamaica, say I'm a volunteer. Imagine the same thing for America, which a beer that is here going. From the little man they say walk around a white shirt and tie, but them are church people, but they are only here volunteers spreading the word of Jesus. Suck them mama lie them a tell. Most of these people are people who notice when they talk to you. Them talk to the less fortunate who can't even pick up them agenda. Sit down on that street and then white shirt and then bicycle and then look a boat and then sit down and ask them be a question, personal question. So Mr. Stewart, what is you think about Jesus? Do you think about the coming of Christ, blah blah blah, until it merges into a different conversation? What did he do for a living? How does the people in this community operate? Who is very blah blah blah? Who very blah, until the question spiral into not knowing that you just have fulfilled the basket where them come from. But then realize again the only way to enter through a door, you know what I mean, buy and feel welcome is to do the same quote unquote thing you never roam me do the romance. Remember them know that Jamaica have the most church per square mile, so obvious. The only way to go in the country is not by gun, not by music. We can't play that much. We not. So them coming through a church like behavior. The Chinaman realize that us in this diaspora now, we love freeness and cheapness. So them send for them Chinese come study what are the cheapest fucking thing that these motherfuckers would love. And them go for cup soup, then go for fake this, then go for rice, then go for this, that, and blah blah. Now Chinese know say we can't go in our country, but demand land and things so quick, so let's go in it through. So them come and inform a bunch of wholesales, bring them people from corner to corner. Watch your behavioral patterns. You might have didn't hear the Chinaman speak a Mandarin as feed them language all the time. They understand every blood clot thing you say. Ask yourself this. How a Chinaman that just landed in the country today know how to speak part of tomorrow? Which Chinaman store you're going on, no matter how he must speak a Mandarin or Mandarin, what you call it. If you say chin, your pass where Grace Cox soup them there. Him understand you. You want me a bet? Which Chinaman store you're going on? I'll win in and talk to you. I'll man not there to you. You never hear one of them say I don't understand yet. Never. Never go in a Chinaman store and hear a Chinaman say never understand. These motherfuckers were trained. Trained in a China. Drill camp. Trained. You're going to Jamaica, you're going there on a mission. You're going to Jamaica, you're going on a mission. See? They're not here to sell you nothing. That's why you see every 2 to 3 years, you got the same Chinese wholesale, them not did it again. Lockdown abandoned, sell, sold to another new group of Chinese. Now, most of you guys would have did that, but nah man, a tax money they run gone with man and give their next Chinese friend to do. Again, they're here on a mission. China realize that they're heading to the top in terms of riches based on us, colored people. And when I say colored, Hispanic, black, everybody will make up the color race or so. Them realize we are heading for one of the biggest part of the population and them want to conquer that. So them sending them Chinese people and them do them research. Them walk around at the daytime and check the aisles and the alleys and see which of the products consume the most, the fastest, XYZ. And then go back at them place. Notice when they are selling things from Jamaica, most of the Jamaicans items are over the counter. Notice when they must sell like rum, this, that, in a local section by themselves. Notice that. That are the first part of the survey. They don't blend their things with the things they move by. They look at most of the things that them knock off at China or other part of the world. It is in abundance. The whole supermarket have that throw down all about. From them fake apple juice, mosquito destroyer, from them bleach, very blah blah acid called blood clot when they come in from container. That. Now you have some other Chinese now who come and study the land, the water we drink, the this, that XYZ, because what them can do in a Jamaica, them go to other parts of the world and do the same thing, such as Africa, Mexico, Brazil. People not because you hear the names and the color of the hair, they're dubbed as black. They're dubbed as colored people. When people say colored people, you know what I mean, black, that's look check in America, when they're banding, when they ban people out of them places and say colored, that means that any part of the region, any part, any different, your skin shade don't look like for them. Seen? So the Chinese realize that them can get 10 million times richer. I go and keep skull, big up and say, Jazzy, big up. Sky level. Serious reason they on this man, and no joke and pew thing. Seen? So them realize say that's all go on. So the Chinese enter through in our country through the cheapness because they realize the Jamaicans love cheapness. So they enter with a wholesale attitude, which most of these motherfuckers aren't wholesalers. Them they have to study the patterns and the behavioral patterns of the Jamaicans are just people overall To go back to them factory, I have to go back to them bastards. Look in America again. When you see half of these white people coming to Jamaica from teachers, doctors, nurse, XYZ, say them are coming here for volunteer. How a nurse will live in a $2 million mansion in a blood clot America I come here work for free for 6 months? Who is paying them? Oh, we don't do this for the money. We just do this for the people. We love people. Fuck that. That's one of the biggest lie ever. What these motherfuckers come here and do is, again, study the behavioral patterns of Jamaicans. What did we eat most, why we live so long, why we blah blah has it covered. Now the pharmaceutical company most of the time tip off these motherfuckers. You come here and create fake viruses, fake this, fake story around your mood in terms of psychological problem, depression, this, that has it covered. Even fake of alive, blood pressure. Half of these things are done deliberate. Again, half of them money we see come on top, but they come from church. They come up on church group and they're I walk up and down in a sun pan bicycle, wait up on the rain and then bumble will feel sorry for them. They're not here for that. Again, the conversation will start through church, through God, because you realize that that's not the biggest bumbleclad lie in the world. But again, them know Jamaicans stay. We are cowards. We are a bunch of fucking cowards. So once you mention God, everybody go amen and surrender themselves and come down to the smallest creed. The tiniest creed. So now we do that and go on in a... Now imagine a white man you know from Adams. Same come all the way from Tennessee. Come here with a Jesus story and you just sit down on the one tree and chat and spell out the whole of your blood life story and tell him. No. You can't do that with a youth from Tibali. A man from TG come and Mobi and you come from flank up. I pray. I hold that pussy there when you come from. I come in a man place and I pray, man. I people over my fence. I would have, you know, say a page man, you go page man. I find out when bomb buckler come from. How this? Page him. You come on, man. You dog. Where you come from? Page them. Now the white man realize, hey, we can't go in Jamaica like that. We can't take no paging. Motherfucker, send me to the barber. And these white men go to the barber and get the cleanest blood clot shape. They have one part of the head side, that's where them part of the hair like the nerdist, not if Elvis Presley no nerdist. And then get bow tie with corner stripe on him, and white shirt, and roll up their short sleeve with black belt, big old blood clot, ugly boot on them foot, blue pants, some of them come in a khaki pants, black pants straight, and then get 2 bicycles and then ride around the whole of the blood clot country. And them say, dog, you see it? Them PG man from TG, we can't go in a flank, so. Give me a Bible. Give me a Bible, dog. As a matter of fact, I could just. I see them with 2 bicycles. Who the on my life? Yo, dog, talk to me. Who the on my life will ever see 2 of them and I drive or 3, 4 of them in our community and ride 2 bicycles? And I wonder where the bumper climber people come from. Me always see them and I wonder who them. Them are no Jehovah's Witness. Them are no Pentecostal. Them are no blood clot body, but then tap and tell about Jesus. And then sit down. And when they talk to you, they don't want you left. Sorry, can I leave a pamphlet with you? Okay, but before you leave, can I talk to you a little bit about God? Right, blood clot, that's how it's starting. Right, that's how it start. Right, again, let me go over this. Now imagine, you living in America. Somebody have to pay your plane fare. They have to put you up at a hotel because you not see the hotel they pussy them at them. You not see them. Because you're smart. What they do? You never see where the bicycle come appear from. I'm here teaching you something right now. I'm teaching you Jamaicans, you don't need this. I know them pussy I go try to try off the DJ Kentucky. Because they must say, hey, that boy, no, but remember this tell it. We need to start burning the whole blood clot place. Because they're out to get you one way or the other. One way or the other. They won't get every single one of it. Every single one of it. These people, it's not even fucking funny. Me willing to sacrifice my blood clot life to save mankind. And it won't be sacrificed either. It won't be a sacrificial act. It won't be. Because if murderation for going to save the race, it will happen. It will happen. Me not going to be like a Jesus or a Father God, you going to put no son on no cross. Me and my son are going to fight the blood clot war and survive. And me and thousands and hundreds of sons fight this blood clot war and survive. Because it's ridiculous. Now again, the little white shot man come in and him want to sit down under one tree, you know, and then park them bicycle. Because you've never seen where the bicycle come from. You never see them ride out of one hotel yet. And when they left in the evening, you know where they go back. Nobody never trail them and see where they go. Now a full time when they start look out on here. Follow them. You have private vehicle where drop them off, pick them up, send them out on mission and carry them back. Now their job is to come and study. And what you think? What you think? What you think these motherfuckers could have come here and tell Jamaica this big old ugly lie and realize that it will be sold? It would have been sold. Why? Why you think? The Chinaman him come here and study with pattern of algorithms. I know exactly what I forgot China can make and duplicate. I remember they now duplicate it and sell it in America. They can't. They can't. So what them take advantage of the rest of people, such as us, who are blindsided. So while the Chinese over there make things for sell, we can't make it for ourselves. And half the time, if you see the spot and the place where the Chinese them take to produce all of these things, 3/4 stuff them one and make pan floor of China. 3/4 the chicken noodle soup them and them bumbo while they want to drink, they make pan all the rag out the door. But they won't even teach you the craft. Them sure don't want to expect it to see. Such as a Chinaman sit down and do and sleep at XYZ, you're going like a fucking fool. No. Most of these niggas and most of these Chinese have a conscience. If you notice when they come to Jamaica, when they left them workers, go back to them place, so them I say, quote unquote, most of them want to break them and cry, but them can't tell you them agenda. And half of you will ask yourself, why a Chinese man only come in that country and stay for 2, 4, 5 years and cut? They're on a mission. Mission. Remember, you have one country where you feed the whole world, blood clot world. Them need millions of volunteers. Millions. So Chinese let us pop up in Jamaica because XYZ. China holds 2.8 billion, call it 1.8 billion people. Them not have to come nowhere. A blood clot Jamaica. Nowhere. Now imagine look on big China. Where you can sell any blood clot thing you want, but yet you run from China come only if you spend 2 years. What amount of money you can make for a wholesale selling chicken noodle soup? 2 boxes, some of them store them big like my parents and go back to your yard. No. Them they upon a mission. The government, all of them know that. Them know that. So them study them behavioral patterns. Now, ask yourself, in the whole pandemic, why Australia know exactly what was it that was sick in the people in the Caribbean to make it send come here in the shape and form of a vaccine? How? How? Australia, India, the whole of them places are totally different. I don't know if you describe that place from Jamaica. Things that they eat, say, believe, thought are 10 million times different from us. Now, how out of the blues, these countries in less than 2 weeks know exactly what to make, what to send, what to sell to these people over here in Jamaica, knowing, so, oh yeah, it don't fix your problem, your business. Kia, it would have never happened. I said this already. Or your life a freeze. So if I check your ending, look, everybody is thinking to me have a good time. See? Now look on this. If you life a freeze, tell me take care for that. I see them go on it. You see me? Ian, why do you life a freeze? Is it good? Hold on. Alright, so I take off the Wi-Fi. Left on data now. Alright, yeah, that's all going, Sophia. Come on, let me not tell you something. Alright, rich music. Yep, alright. So, see there. Everybody said good. So, Sophia, check your thing. But as a matter of fact, you don't necessarily have to be your life in your thing, you know. Yeah, and big up yourself. What them do 3/4 of the time. Good. Alright, so she can. Alright, Gemini said good. Yeah, good. So, alright, so what time? People, alright, listen. Just in case, alright. People always ask, how is it that the Chinese and people we not too straight from the Jamie Foxx story, you know? Because let me say we not gone nowhere, we just get warm, you know. See, we just get warm. See, watch a style. Ask yourself, is it how China is becoming, let me just say this in continuous tense, how China is becoming the richest country in the world is from all of this behavior. What them do, them send out soldiers as some smart person say, well, they need grown men, they need grown men and women, which that's exactly what they're doing. What them do is send out them Chinese And half of these Chinese who come and land in Jamaica, them go Christian, Spalding, Mandible, XYZ, blah, blah, who are not, who these people we buy a few things from them, but them can't be a billionaire and trillionaire half of these things that was actually sold to these people. But them still there. Ask yourself why. Then there for 2 or 3 years. Ask yourself why. Where them sleep at night and where them go, where them XYZ, blah, blah, blah. Half the time you don't see these people, they're out there spying. Them they have to make a list of what's needed, send back to China, and China make those in mass production and sell it back to people parts of the world. Now, in a have to come back to you. You can go to other, as me say, the colored people are basically at the high, probably at the higher head of the chain now in terms of us, human being in terms of race. See? So now, how can they make billions off of this race? Send soldiers. So half of these Chinese who you see coming in our country, who you see in a wholesale, most of them, again, they are doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, all type of things you see there. Now, you ask me how me know. See the government give them the children hospital. Now, a Chinese girl or a Chinese man can't come here and open a black baby where you don't know the cost and not that all them have you. No. Nothing no gossip. Chinese people and us in terms of a race are 2 different lifespan. 2 total different lifespan. When a Chinese live, you see 100, them call them God. 56, 60, 65. Short lifespan. Black people is known now for live over 100, which is part of the regular, the norm. See? But they are no trading that now for a lesser age, 55, 35, 30. That's why you see them using actors and actresses as definitions. Death definitions. So, they might try to cut out the long-term levity, which is the norm for blacks, to a shorter term. So we accept dying at 40, 43 as old age now. See? So nothing is coincidental. So when you see them show these celebrities on TV with a countdown, first it starts with blood clot, then it starts with disappearance of the eyesight, and then it ends with death. And then the biggest thing that is actually visualized or shown on the TV is the age. Even in Jamaica, now, notice the observer. If they tell us a man dead from COVID or them dead from dead from blood clot, it never left off. The article never leave the age. Let me show you how genius. Not him think, but see the reality of life. So the article will say GMA Fox died at never left at age 56, at age 44. Notice all the teachers in Jamaica at age 32, at age XYZ. So the age is the subject matter, but you don't see it. At age XYZ, age XYZ. So all of these deaths we see are occurring nowadays. From the movie actors, actresses, through this blood clot or this pattern, it have a lot to do with the age. So now, the lifespan we used to people dying at 90, 94, XYZ are no longer. When we see people are dead at 150, we sound shit. Yo. Shit, yeah. So they might try to cut out the norm of people dying at a higher age now to a lesser age. Now, remember, you know, so these motherfuckers think them smart, dude. They are not smart, dude. Again, let me go back over this all who just forward. Remember people telling the idea that the norm will be an abundance of sicknesses seen for us in that region. And there's no help and can never will be no help from no Jesus or no XYZ. So clasping your hand and praying XYZ won't even work. Won't. What you need to do, people, get up out on a place and take a stand. If you want to have a fight, then fight. And I don't want nobody to tell about your insight, this or your insight, that I will tell people to fight every day. Every blood clot day. Every day. I won't be the one to come on TV and I say a thing like the youth from Portland now, I say, people, they might forget and they don't have kill you with this XYZ, but the solution is not to fight. Motherfucker, you're going back to square zero. You're gonna have to fight. Now look at this again. Remember me telling you, I said the air molecule and the water molecule will be destroyed by this radiation. Wanna laugh after me? Kingston is on the verge of climate departure, says Johnson Smith. Look at this, you know. Minister of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade, Kamina Johnson Smith, see it, is warning that the city of Kingston is on the verge of a climate departure. The city of Kingston itself reached climate departure this year. See that? If this occurs, Kingston will be the second city in the entire world to experience this dangerous phenomenon. Now look for me, I say, man. Oh no, bro, God, not name talk about this blood clot. And nationwide news that. Look on it. I don't feel like sometimes there's a talk like me no fucking sense. I'm mad. Look again. Look again. Look and read this part. Sorry for the fingernail, people, because I be a worker going from there, be a dirty box and since. I'm a workaholic, so you have to see with me. See it? This will become the what? How can you tell the city of Kingston that youth, you have experience basically hell on earth and it's the fucking norm? And this will only be experienced by Kingston. Only the second place in the entire bomber-clad world. Now, when I told you that Jamaica was a big test site for all of this digitalization and heavy radiation, on the laugh after me. America never experienced this, and America gone through that. Arizona, all of those places who have desert-like temperature, are now in a mention this. Now, if Jamaica should surpass all of those countries, you guys have never flown to Arizona. I've gone to Arizona like 10 times. A place where you can't even breathe. You can't even stay out of those sometime for more than 10 fucking seconds. And you're telling me that Kingston will be hotter than Arizona, the second city in the whole world to experience this, and it's becoming the norm, youth. And it's going to become the norm. Now them say read if you really want to learn certain things. But if you don't want to learn certain things, just show it to certain people in the format of reading. They will never see this. Half of Jamaica have never seen this. Never. And if they even do see it, then they understand it. They will find the time temperature change and say, Jesus a come. Or ending the earth. I will tell you this. Lock off some of them TV there. Lock off some of these pastors. Lock off some of these people who are speaking out of fear. Who don't even see what's blood clot going on. Half of these motherfuckers who are back at you on a Sunday in a church don't even see this. Don't even see these fucking things. Climate departure refer to a point in time when the average temperature of the coolest becomes the hottest for a specific location. The coolest place in the world becomes the hottest rapidly. That is not normal. My motto is always send back the towers. Go give these motherfuckers. Bro God, send back the towers. We don't need this speedy bullshit. Again, people, there's listen. There's nothing in the world we don't have two sides to it. Nothing. People, anything in the world that you see come that's good. If you have a bad side to it, you would. No. Okay, you want to see it again. Look at this. And see her face it. But show you. These are not no make-up story. Kingston is on its verge. Yeah. How about the bomb buck like this I see in a world? What is? What do you ever see in a world? What do you ever see in a world? What do you mean? What do you ever miss in a world? No, again, there's no such thing as a scientist. Half of these people are just experimental. I don't even know what to tell you. Because again, people, a scientist is not here. They won't say the cause. At least a cooler man. Now, when you get up over there and say, how can talk about radiation, I go this and that, blah, blah. I told you. This is not, and it is common sense. It's not even, you're not in mathematics. It's not even ad maths youth. It is common sense. Because half of you guys that think that things that happen on the earth were basically acts of Jesus or acts of the great men or blah. Not a fucking thing like that. Everything is in hard surface. Again, people, things that the naked eye can recognize. It is dubbed as micro. That no means it don't exist. Again, let me teach you this. The things that we dub that are deemed that is actually sent by this heavenly creator, who you think, okay, it is just no gossip. Radiation travels through molecule where your eye can see. Tiny particle. Tiny. Not because you only feel it on your skin as breeze. This shit is living. It right there in front of your face. No. In order for you airdrop a song from your phone to your computer, it's not magic. Bumbleclad. Let me say this. You're not going to see this for no other program. No more than I'm not going to tell you. Let me tell you. It is not magic. You eardropping a song from your phone to your computer is not magic. It's not an act of no God behavior or mankind great. No. It is basically a move, but you just can't see it. It travels through particle. It travels through the same sense of radiation, this radioactive behavior. See, it move in front, you just can't see it with the naked eyes. Now, if this radiation will come with this monstrous 5G or 6G or 8G, it'll go right up to 10G. It'll go right up. If this monster of radiation now, this says, alright, we are moved from back and forth, but the only way of traveling is through the molecules, which is the water and air molecule. See? We have to move. Now, this is what keep the body level in a human body to make we can be in existence. What they run it. The air we breathe, all them little things that keep it going. Now, if you have somebody who is like a monster come around you and I try and name up that around you, the body now go function how it will function. Because it's short or something. Most people we call it in scientific terms oxygen, carbon dioxide, this, that. Very, a lot of people use it. I am just telling you the basic, simple 1, 2, 3. Me and I'm not a scientist, but I never figured out a school to even figure this shit out. Because the first man who figured this shit out never gone to no school. He was just a knucklehead sitting on that tree just like me. Simple. People, you're not a genius and a bright individual. All these things exist. It's just that we can't see it. Again, this that put into place. Everything we see put into a left-right footstep movement that you said is created by a God. No, it is created through time. So what mankind did was use time from point A to point B to solve a particular puzzle. The puzzle not solved, but a man in him die in bed, pass the idea, give him grandson, the grandson pass it on XYZ. And through intelligence, through us putting labels and diagrams to certain things, it becomes perfection. Now a youth, me see on TV where you have a bunch of people are sharing video. I say, boy, let me show you why God is real. There's no way you can have a builder over there, so and you don't see the building, but you don't know if it exists. So you must know that there was a builder. He did the same thing for the earth. I'm like, you're young, and you realize you have a lot of people in the world who crave the same sentiment as you, in terms of God like behavior through fear. So you can say that in a one biblical sense, If you try to get the attention of people, some people say, hallelujah, this young man is speaking. But, Lord, you really don't. Sometimes, I think them debate with the people who's on their side. You wouldn't want to challenge a youth with that type of narrative. You would want to go and tell me, say, the earth itself, out of how much? 100 planets. Because them only give it 30, 9, or 10, how much? Earth is the most fortunate one. You're going to say America that loves people this much. It don't really matter what kind of people, like an alien, because of him create them. Just love Earth enough. If it fall in one part of the place, and all of the rest of planets who are 10 times, 100 times bigger than Earth perishes. So Earth is the only perfect place that the same creator will create 9 more, 10 more planets that is actually perishing. One or too hot, too cold, but Earth. I'm going to tell people this. Through knowledge, we say the brain connected to XYZ. People before then only live to die. No change about that either. So no matter how perfect you add these two things, or the fingernail grow up to crop your face, the hair grow up to cover your scalp, that, we still grow to fucking die. Never return. Nobody can combat that. Nobody. No little young boy where she sit down in a seat and talk about Jesus create her can't answer that. None. The biggest part of any religious song, from Sanchez to anyone that they sang it in their song, every fucking body. Kirk Franklin, he wasn't putting that in his song, but only mention it a tiny time. Which, remember this, just like how the age is a part of the factor of the dying scale now, that is a factor when none of them can touch, and it always stated over them song. We anyone that sang it, Sanchez verse, why mankind live for die. Nobody can answer that. Kirk Franklin put in a song, Sanchez, everybody. I think I'll bounty killer drop in a film song one time. Why mankind live only for die. No, that's not perfection. The most perfect individual who used to get up and sing gospel, face cool, shirt front button straight, they pass stage with LED scream and they must sing Jesus like it in a spirit. They still live to motherfucking die. Just like the madman we can't afford a suit. If you come from sing a bag of fancy stuff to capture the hearts of the cowards who deem them go our next place after this. That's the reason why you're not fighting for this and you're not protect this. You make Facebook, you make Instagram, you will tell you, say, okay, live until 23, 24, only if you die. I want to ask all of these men who think this is a perfect place that was built by a perfect God, what happened to all of these individuals who are not perfect? And I will say not. And I will give me a fuckery story about they are perfect in the eyes of Jesus. Not. In terms of you have 2 foot and him have 1. You have 2 eyes, him have none. You can eat, he can't. You can swallow, he can't. You can piss straight, him have a piss through a bag. You can walk straight, him have 2 born with 2 foot, 2 key. That's not perfection. And if it's perfection to you, then please give me the privilege to remove one of your fucking eyes. Use one of me carry around over your 2 foot and put in the same fucking situation. Please allow me if you do that. But instead, nobody come here so going to tell you, say, you know, people look at me and call me mad, when me look at them and call them youth who never accept reality. Never. Too scared, youth. Too scared. Half of us on earth will never fucking fight. That's the reason for the free Bible. The Bible was only put in place for you now to accept these motherfucking things. That's why they killed Bob Marley. When Bob Marley said, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. The second part of the song is when it lied to us, telling us about great God will come from the sky. They don't know that what life is really worth. And that is how funny. You can fool some people sometime. They had to kill him after that fucking song. Had to. That song is one of the most powerful fucking song until today. Until today date. How do I can find it on me thing? Now if you should go on any one of these platforms, let me show you these motherfuckers. And if me should have started a war in Jamaica, in the world, because I'm not talking about Jamaica war, if me should have started a war in the world, these motherfuckers are the first me I go kill. Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, the whole of them. First, tell us, I say it on for them platform. Because if you should play this Bob Marley, if you should play this Bob Marley, see? Hold on. If you should play this Bob Marley, they will tell you that somebody copyright this song and it can't play it. It is not the copywritten factor why it can't play. No. Never. Never. It is the message where it has sell. It is message where it has sell. Now people, again, Facebook will actually shadow ban my live them. Because again, me not speak in a fear. None of my live or none of my conversation with my people them have no God story and no God fear and the coming of Christ or the XYZ, blah blah. Again, reason for that I cannot be this selfish. Me can't live out the whole of my youth so bright and vibrant. And as soon as me I find myself I go up in a certain age where you feel like you're not that attractive again to the sex where you think you should attracted to. And okay then let me just give myself to God and warn the others. That is one of the most selfish, nastiest, bumbleclad idea I could have ever seen in my life, youth. The most selfish. Again, one of the biggest songs by Ernest Smith and the whole of them is Life is Just for Living. And a lot of you go dance and hear it and we know the big old rusty, Life is just for living. And you sang that song like XYZ. Now, how can me at age 50, I go tell my son or daughter at age 25 that, listen, go give your life to God and stop living? Then I go ask myself, what were I doing? What was I doing at the age 20? Age 25. Now, this is the reason why most of us can't be a genius. Most of us, black people, the son and daughter cannot be a genius. They can be an educator, such as a teacher, a soldier, a police, XYZ. Again, an education is given to you by an educator, which is limited. Because 3/4 of the time, an educator consume what they are educated. But they were educated. Such as a teacher who teaches math, half the time can't teach English. That's education. A teacher 3/4 of the time who does accounting cannot do fucking English. Understandable. Because half the time you spend your time in the English class and the maths class are going about this. It is obvious you in the English class can't know what's going on in the maths class because both of them is held at the same time. DJ, that makes sense, you know, boom, boy, ass class, that's you know. Now with knowledge, it is totally different. Somebody who wants to consume knowledge can learn both at one time. So I can do English right in front of my face also, and mathematics. I can open 2 computers, one with my song here, playing. when I told you that the Bible was given to you free of cost for a particular reason, Bob Marley say it, but him say it in the form of a song. Most people can't even see past a song. Half the time people can't even see past a music. Like Chambers are singing, it's up on music. And then through high school, let me ask my music teacher, say, how is it that an artist is eligible for use any word just to create a sense of rhyme? Him say that's music. That's the reason why I see certain songs cannot be banned in Jamaica. Because they consider it freedom of speech. Most times they consider it fictional behaviors. See, it is only since what year when the man come with the Chopper Shang and Cartel and the whole of them realize now that music is no longer fictional. Them say, oh, music is real and it's an influence. And Vibes Cartel is real, blah, blah, this, that, and Harsted and Comfort. Now, Bob Marley said, how long we are going to stand up and see them kill our prophets? Cartel was basically a prophet in the shape of an artist. Again, they used to allow him to just go and do him things, say very blah blah, put him as thing, use him as XYZ until they interviewed him. Now again, them saying fall over bigger seat for him foot. Now this man was not just only an influencer, but he could become a king. A man who basically would have challenged anybody in the world and win. Now, great minds think alike. Great minds think alike. Now, they had him in a position where they feel like they could have ridiculed him, mock him and laugh of time by, again, these educators deeming him as dunce, which not so. They realize now through the media, each time anything gone down or went down with Vibes Cartel, the people they interviewed asking stories or gives opinion and our professors and professors from the United this that or the College of XYZ or the UTech or the university in Kingston. Ask yourself why. No one is eligible enough to validate an individual such as A Cartel of a lesser caliber. Ask me what you mean by that, DJ. Break down that because you're going to get too bright now. In other words, Cartel is so much of an influencer that you will have a Yui stush pretty girl from uptown singing Cartel's song without even a sense of shame or pride. Now, a government, a leader, a police force, or head of a police force cannot allow such a powerful individual to really exist. Now, Cartel snore, Cartel story now of his sickness and illnesses where I cry this, I cry that, would have gone past any jailhouse, prison house, and exempt from certain penalties and say I go on the road. If he had worn a jacket or a tie or something. Now I said this to somebody that, and if you want to screenshot this and send it to Cartel, make you know say, because I just had a conversation with somebody who said Vibes Cartel have you now DJ Kentucky as his second greatest DJ in Jamaica. Just last week. So him say Chrome, I'm number one DJ, and now I hear him say DJ Kentucky. I've never spoke to Cartel yet in my life. He come and maybe a couple of times and ask around, but me I only one boy for one gone to studio. Everybody else went, I didn't. And then like Cartel was like me and still is my number one DJ. But I don't know me stay, I'm not a crowd people. See? But again, this is where it has stemmed from. I'm gonna ask these people. Jamaica is divided into two fucking halves right now. The poor half and the rich half. No people. You want to try to tell me say nobody from the rich half have never committed a crime as heinous are probably bigger than the Cartel. But you can't hear of them in a jail or prison. Crying for help, crying for surgery, crying for XYZ and can't get it. No. You want to tell me say none of the politicians who wear jacket and tie have never gone, have never created, have never done anything as heinous are in the worst of the Cartel? Without evidence? None. See, alright, fine. People, if it's a case, if I think like, okay, they have a build up with Cartel, have certain little things, XYZ, they might ask, who is Kentucky if you question all of this? It's that question. If it's a part of the law, if it's part of we can't even call it, fuck that. I don't know what them say. That's ridiculous. But I am saying, me have a situation same way where people come in at my house, brought me house, take me $5 million. I've gone through to lawyers and they must say, DJ, without a case, without a face, you don't have a case. Which obviously means they are saying if it's not caught on camera oh, you might not get back your money, or you might XYZ. No, I use the same reference to them. I'm like, so why Vibes Cartel in jail? Oh, we're not talking about cartel, we're talking about your situation. No. I'm talking about cartel. If you're doing a build-up of a particular situation that halts to a conclusion of, okay, he's guilty based on the fact that no evidence, but based on forensic, based on evidence gathered, he's been convicted. Then, motherfuckers, my $5 million should be on my step between now and next month. I ask him, did you cartel on a video camera cutting off this nigga's neck or this man's neck? Let me that seems biased on this path. Coming on one. Did you cartel? And no, we didn't. But based on evidence, again. Now I tell you, I have more than solidified evidence in my position. Please go get my $5 million. No, it's not that easy. Then why is he still behind bar, not getting doctor's care? Why is it a 2 mega cell phone? Is he the first individual or first man in a jail if you have 2 phones? Jackie was in jail making bumbleclad song, not in over phone, but through computers. Singing songs of freedom. #1 hit behind bumbleclad bar. For an act that is on the same equilibrium. Them say rape and gun is the 2 highest bumbleclad accusation ever. So none should be lesser than none. No. I'm not even about the X6 man, because these are realists. I am not a religious nigga or a biased person. Both of them is, and I've gone through experiences where them tell you these things that both of them is on the same scale, same. Now, if Rasclad Jackie could have voiced song from behind bar, what did he use? Me know you're not going to issue a pen and a paper in yourself in writing songs. So you tell me that he have to read him song them. No. Most of his songs or lines were actually reversed or recite or recorded on a device. Put that aside. Same thing for Jackie. And let me go more technical. Most of the time, these songs are 5-6 minutes long. Worse if it's a reggae song, where I try to tell a story through the soothing sound of reggae music. It is way more longer than for Cartel. Cartel can do 2 lines, not a verse. Rehearse the first line, and it dubs and it creates a song. Jackie, you're going to have to do that longer. So how Jackie riveted his songs? He used a device. No, Jackie was okay and alright, did his song, couple hits, blood, did interviews, TV station, got a jail, got XYZ. No, Cartel was treated different. We don't know evidence. Man wants surgery. But then again, to make it more powerful, to actually put a lock and a key onto what I'm saying now, Cartel situation was mentioned by Fox News. And actually, they dubbed the title they add to this nigga name. It is not of the norm. Dancehall King, world's greatest reggae artist. That is not normal for a white man to be saying on Fox, oh my God, the Jamaican superstar, mega superstar, Pipe Squatch is behind bar, as of seeking for the education. His lawyer said, Emre, blah, blah, blah. That is not the norm. Not the norm. That is the power of a king. Nelson Mandela and the rest of people. Now them couldn't allow Vibes Cartel to turn from all of these AK. Or a matter of fact, don't turn the AK and don't do that, Kentucky. Don't even go there. You're trying to send the wrong message. I've never sent a wrong message. Me just send me a message, and if you don't like it, jump off a building, motherfucker. If they know say them a deal on Vibes Cartel second year. If Fox News, and I don't think Fox News is going to pick up any news around it. And Fox News is one of the realest news stations in the fucking world. But again, what me I say is, if people from overseas, from those parts of the world can see Vibes Cartel as a king, a world superstar, for singing AK songs, having get a youth to shoot them one another, and it's still wrong. No, that is millions, if not billions of people seeing potential in one youth who can basically turn the gun from them one another to these motherfuckers, and them can't allow that to happen. So I'm going to say this with tears in my eye. Vibes Cartel might have even dead and they don't do him a remorse. That probably will be the happiest day of them fucking life. Now again, if these people in Jamaica don't wake up youth, it's Ridiculous. They're saying that, okay, Kentucky has speak like, okay, if a man will kill a man if you go out the road and blood, not supposed to get punishment. Ask yourself this. Which nigga in the world, which man, which woman in the world haven't done heinous crime? When I say it in the full Bible every day, say which the first man without sin cast the first stone. Half of you motherfuckers are doing way worse than Vibes Cartel. Half of you baby mothers are killing 6 to 3 picnic every 6 months. Half of you motherfuckers are giving away your daughters and your son through what them call a system that where them give you pick. Yes, without any remorse. Half of you motherfuckers who type shit about Vibes Cartel every day see the real power of this nigga and just don't want to give it to him because of jealousy. Remember me telling that. But it's evident. They try to ridicule the nigga, then try to embarrass him in front of the UTech student. They try to bring him in church. And Vibes Cartel, I don't want to tell you the reason why you should put away church. That religion is bullshit. Why the story of Jesus is a mockery. Vibes Cartel was the first to come on TVG and tell you that. They hate a man like that. Again, if you can sway people from this, remember this, the only thing that's stopping the war from happening in the world is the Bible that they gave you for fucking free. I just played the fucking Bob Marley a while ago. That most people would say this. The great book must be fulfilled. Half the time, a man would have fought or tell him, say, that DJ, I'm ready to join the battle, but then get stopped by a pastor, a coward, a fucking punk, who tell him to leave everything to Jesus in prayer. Motherfucker, it is only getting worse. Let me show you this. No. Let me show you this. No. There's no intervention of no Jesus, of no XYZ. It is only getting worse. Say hallelujah. Say praises to the great work of the Jesus of all Jesus. Say hallelujah. Artificial intelligence threaten the extinction of what? Expert in new warning. Find the details. They're right there. Observer start showing them things. I remember, it is not coincidental why these newspapers choose these articles. Do you know, somebody look up the word extinction. Somebody. And sometimes I read this article, me get nervous, cold bump. But then I realize that I keep myself aware. I'm always abreast with what's going on. So my conscious behavior keep me calm. Now half of you guys get up out on the bed and shout hallelujah when you don't feel like say una go dead and the world go end. It is a reality. Which if all you motherfuckers do is accept it, it won't even bother you. You wouldn't have to jump up out of your bed at night time with this bag of shock in your mind and shout out Jesus because the reality of life hit you because you don't expect it. Half the time you find yourself alone, you think about dying. You're over the age of certain things, you think about dying, you think about, okay, the earth is coming to an end. And you create this heavy wave of shock, you jump up out your bed and run up and shout hallelujah. It is not that serious, motherfucker. Accept the reality that you live now to die then. Simple as ABC. These are the motherfucking things that should scare you. Don't know that people deliberately create something to replace you, but you feel it's just a DJ is just the world must go on. They're basically telling you what to expect. So you now used to worry about the coming of Christ and you don't know about when we're blah blah. This is telling you that motherfucker you will die in a few months. Now again, how can an individual constantly keep saying that okay, the earth is overpopulated, but let us create more people. Let us allow more people to have the blast. Let's allow more people to just have the time of their lives. Because
the governments know. This has been well planned.
Hold on. Let me know the reason. Oh no, come on. Come on.
The governments know. This has been well planned. This is Agenda 2030. This is the Great Reset.
Somebody mentioned to go onto Google and go into the news section and then type in died suddenly. And lo and behold, here's a whole listing of people, of articles, of people within that last week who died suddenly. Older people, but a lot of younger people around the world. And then you find out they were vaccinated. And so it's like, okay, so it's the vaccine might be causing this.
Most people don't want to know what's in the vaccines.
But yet when we open it almost 2 years into this, we find that it still says intentionally blank.
In fact, nobody wants to know what's in the vaccines because, look, if people understood what was in the vaccine, they'd go apeshit.
It's just there's something different about the blood. Something's causing this, and something needs to be said. Somebody needs to look into it. I talked to other embalmers that have 30, 40, even 50 years of experience. Have you guys ever seen this stuff before? And the answer was always, I've never seen anything like it.
Why is Bill Gates involved in public health? And why does public health spend the first part telling you how the world is overpopulating?
And at first glance, this is a bit scary. U.S. life insurance companies have reported an overwhelming and unexplainable increase in all-cause deaths among 18 to 49-year-olds.
That's a 12 sigma event. 1 in 800 years, 12 standard deviations above the mean.
No one's even calculated that. It's apocalyptic.
Apocalyptic. Extinction. The words these people deposit in them sentence, in them clips, in them, and we in Jamaica will never get this shit. Oh, it does sound nice, DJ. Motherfucker. It's called the end of the human race. And watch how easy. It is so evident, it's so easy. It's not coming on a fucking Christ. It's not coming on a XYZ. You know what I mean? They already alter this in the book and give it to you. I thought, but without the exchange that this you can't sell and call it the mark of the beast. These motherfuckers who wrote the Bible were people who intended to do this a long time. That's used to carry to the Caribbean and give it to you for free. Now the Vibes Cartel was the only type of individual who them see as a threat. Remember this, them see Vibes Cartel as a threat. Where the only man who could have taken the gun from the youths them, where the only man who can tell the Prime Minister the pussy put on a clocks and go win the election. And he did. The only man who can tell us bleach out your skin and the whole entire bomb buckle and roll. Even people in Cuba, even white people are bleach. The only man who is as powerful, not just music. But this man is the only man who can write a song and say, yo, TG, take the gun off a Rima and point it on the blood clot government office, and it is done. The only fucking man. And you know the reason why it can be done by a Vibes Cartel? Him never walk on this Jesus story in a blood clot head. The realest fucking man on earth right now is Vibes Cartel, and he's in that jail. Prison. Every other nigga where you see on earth, yeah, in a Jamaica, all over the fucking place, who kill them one of them, fight this, are cowards. Man, you see a shoot over fence, a shoot up baby in a bed, and a fucking cowards, you. Punk. Punk. The realest bomb buckler man to exist on earth, who would have started a revolution in a 5-minute time, is Vibes Cartel. Cartel. Tell him, say, miss that. That's how powerful this nigga is. But here we go on. Here we go on. Why I go happen so fast? And they're basically telling you this shit. Now, people, if this story made us play a while ago, and it's not if you go Google right now and type in overpopulated earth, you will see your answers. It's right there. See? It is evident that they must say the earth is overpopulated. The same people who are introducing all of this vaccine, blah, blah. No, watch your mathematics. Watch your maths. If the earth is overpopulated, see, and the workforce is being replaced now by, so the workforce consists of 8 million people. 8 million people. Now, if you can cut that in a two by providing artificial intelligence or robots, that's 8 plus 2, that's 6 million. 4 million people. And 4 million, yeah, let me use million, because I don't want to go too far. 4 million people plus 2 million robots. That can't be overpopulated. That can't. That can't be overpopulation. That's congestion. And the overall word is replacement. No. Let me take it natural here. So the workforce got, and this is so fucking easy. So the workforce got 8 million people. And them decide to replace 6 million out of that with robots. 6 or 8, how much? How is it that you're crying overpopulated earth? You not kill nobody. Adding more people to the list. And you not kill nobody. What the fuck you think gonna happen? What you think gonna happen? If bro God can't go up on TV and tell you them motherfuckers, all of the bank tellers are got them pussy clad yard. Replaced by a machine. What you think gonna happen? Now we have 8 million workers at the blood clot banks. And you send home all 8 replaced by 8 million, that's 16 million overall you have. That's not overpopulation, that's congestion. Now, these motherfuckers tell you every day that these machines will make jobs for human being. And not, them never mention one all no, not one. Go to Observer, Gleaner, go to any one of them and find a job that AI will create for mankind. May pay you. No. No. These AI, these machines, these jobs that they're creating, people, are jobs that they can do themselves. Jobs that they can do themselves. Why would an AI replace you from a blood clot job only if you make a next job give? That makes no sense. That is one of the most, that reminds me of the Bible. The stupidest bumbleclad stories in the world. Why would an AI we can clean themselves, relieve themselves of all this, put themselves to sleep, time themselves, to even destroy themselves, create a job where themselves can do only if you do it? You tell me what AI can do. Tell me what an intelligent machine can do. You can put an intelligent tractor without a driver if you dig down a whole bumbleclad mountain. When them down to the mountain, them have an intelligent scoop if you take up the rocks or the debris, put in an intelligent truck that drive its own fucking self, you. Every time I talk about full me youth, like when are these done fucking people, I go wake up youth. You tell me which part of that involve human being. Tell me which part of that youth. If you have a smart tractor that dig down a hillside, we have a smart spear truck, we take up it. And my son know the name of them, Caterpillar, whatever. Papa know the whole of the name of these fucking thing. Him can tell you from Caterpillar to bulldozer, him know everyone and different. Him should have his daddy know it's not. It's a bulldozer, the one with the spear put at the back, right? If you have let me just say, so if you have a smart, Papa will have, I don't, put in a one truck back, put it in a smart truck or dump it in one smart place. How, which part of that you have human intervention? Where you have human intervention? No. Let's take it a smaller notch than that. You have a smart computer that will be bomba blood clot. Let me kill him off and done. You have a smart computer, a program itself. Just like Apple, who no longer care where's a virus. Because the computer, the device itself, read itself for all virus. So the technician with that pull down your blood clot hard drive, replace it with XYZ, is no longer needed. And Apple was a perfect example of the replacement I'm talking about. Simple as ABC. So if the computer itself could read itself, defrost itself, whatever itself, repair back himself together, sleep itself, and how mankind come in at this again? That's the reason why this sucker government cannot tell you one job. Not one job, not one. Not one job that the policemen who will be fired from the force, the soldiers who will be fired from the force, are going to get. Tell me now, man. Not one. And it's not even that hard, because everything is right in front of your face. Right there. Apple itself, I tell you, though, they don't do repairs. They do replacement. That was part of Apple's motto a long time. You cannot go to an Apple store with your MacBook and say, yo, listen. You know, so when I'm a circuit board, when you fix it for me, they don't solder nothing. They will tell you, sir, you leave a fee of $800 US, almost the same price of the computer, and pick up your computer tomorrow morning. I'm like, what? What do you mean pick up tomorrow morning? I said pick up your... What do you mean? You're not going to fix my computer? Sir, we don't repair, we replace. No. Who you think are going to replace all of that? The smart cars, the way say I build a car, talk to you over here, blah, blah, blah. They want to be fixed by these motherfuckers who slide on the car. Oh, your oil leak, boy. Oil in my face, yeah, man. No, This car don't even use oil again. Motor. You're going to have to, listen. Muffler the leak on them, you have to put it on the stand, well if you're there. These cars don't use muffler, motherfuckers. They don't make sound. Now what them are going to do with this car is mimic them by creating speakers to the back. Because nothing we like loud sound. And again, people, I've never seen one of these smart cars. So I'm going to read up nothing about it. It is common sense. It is knowledge. It is knowledge. Again, help me with some resources and I can beat them to them game. So for all of these men who like the heavy sound, them going to just put a bass speaker on the back of your blood clot car. When you accelerate, it just make a loud noise and you've gone. So you motherfucker will drop down on the car and not but you muffler leak or not. No, you know go down only you go see wires well glued to the car with a speaker that is made from iron. When now go pour, now go burn up not all for now. Waterproof, sun this at XYZ and it's there for life. So what the mechanic go do? Not a fucking thing. Go and go sit down with your wife back in fist. But then again if you more back fist, you more need internet. How you more pay internet bill, it won't work. Or if the government give free Wi-Fi in every town square, then you're inviting the same thing may talk about. Radiation from back to front. Again, Kingston will be the hottest or the second hottest city in the world in a few minutes from now. Ask yourself why. I told you from before. Kingston is the test site of Jamaica, is the test site of the whole of this digitalization. The reason why you say, bro, God can't make up your mind every day. The reason why you put that song here. I posted this thing up on my live and then block it. And me I wonder why, like, listen to the first part of this.
What's your style, yeah? Me love Jamaica, me nah sell it out. Me ya do this, me nah talk with no doubt. Everybody see the salary. One to the teacher, the helper, the nurse, it a bother way. Jamaica. When Andrew said Jamaica freeze, nobody do a run. This a go be the biggest robbery without gun. You prefer see a man, would a country fi ransom. Jamaica get fucked without a condom. You can't call police, that come. A the baddest man, this we ever see a runny ground. When no in a bag of chat, him a do it and turn and any boy talk, lose them teeth and tongue. First thing, look what him do to daddy one. As the youth get a break, you take with the slang. Next thing, where you know bro got from, cause that a fi artist and no fi politician. Mr. Man, where you know about Clark's brand, thief your teeth it from the Gaza done. From you, man, you are a gentleman, no a Clark's you are use and a win election. Jamaica, me ask how a dream, how this a digital thing ya adding. Then I where the bag juice sell and the peanut sell and the jerk man fi get card machine. Hold on, how the go them a go get teeth. It look like money pull up and go get lick. Then I walk go on a back road, hip strip. You a send them customer, you go
back fist.
Jamaica. A brawling robbery. You know see a brawling robbery. This better than the beryllium. You know see a buy neck them halfway. Brawling robbery. You know see a brawling robbery. You know see a citizen around and a jump Mexico all gladly. Jamaicans are run out, Chinese them a run in. You know see a two road them alone look clean. Everywhere you turn in this a crime scene. All the returning residents afraid to fly in. Yeah, public sector's a cry. Can't believe you a deal with them so dry eye. You don't see the minimum wage need a maximum raise. Poor people need a little blind. Yeah, poor people need a little blind. What me say? Poor people need a little blind. Yo, SSL, then where the hell? All the money gone, now nobody can tell. All the save, we are save the interest now swell. You know what you got when bucket got well. Tax off it pay, where's the return? Every time you no win, every bridge you no burn. When the youth them a hustle, that are the concern. We no praise wrongdoing, but where them a go turn.
The earrings say in a praise wrongdoing, but when the youth them hungry, where them a go turn? I say this on my why people are talking of parables. Why don't I send a message to the Prime Minister? Why don't I send a message? Why don't I talking about buckler parables? And those things won't influence. One of those hide the reality from you. Them. Those things, and it's remember everything I'm saying in the song, I say every day.